Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to build a professional website. I'm going to take you through showing you how to get your domain, how to set up your website, how to design your site, and using some other tools like AI to build out this site as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and get started with this video right now. So the first thing we're going to do is find a place to build this website on. Now, the one that we suggest using is called Hostinger. You can go to hostinger.com/Santrel to check it out. And there's two reasons why we really love this. First of all, the product is great. It's a really wonderful way to build a website, but also the price is almost impossible to beat. So for about $2.50 a month, maybe $3 or close to $4 a month, depending on when you're watching this video, you can get a professional website up and running. This is by far the best price that I've ever seen. And if you compare it to something like Wix or Squarespace, those other website builders could be upwards of $20 or $30 a month. So we really like Hostinger. We build all of our sites on them. So I will leave a link to it down below in the description if you want to follow along while I show you how to make a website here. It is an affiliate link, so it does help out the channel. If you click on that link, it just helps support this channel and encourage us to make more free videos for you. Let's go ahead and let me show you how to build out this site. So once again, you go to hostinger.com/Santrel, and then we just go and click on Start Now. All right, and so we have a couple of different tiers for our website. So we can get the premium, the business, the cloud startup, or the cloud professional plan. And for all of this, for $3.49 a month, we're getting 100 websites that we can build on this. We can have 100,000 monthly visits on our site. So whether you're building a blog or a personal website or a website for your photography business or for your wedding, this is kind of all encapsulating here. It will help you to do that. And you get a free domain as well when you sign up for the business plan. So that's what I'm going to choose. You can definitely go for the premium plan as well. You're just not going to get as many features as you would with the business plan. And it's just a great price. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to click on choose plan. And we also got you a special discount code here. If you type in Santrel 10, that's Santrel 10 when checking out, you will actually save about 10%. So I'm going to take that in here, click on apply, and you'll see right here that this is for the 48-month plan. You can also toggle this and you can get a 24-month plan. You can get a 12-month plan. I would definitely recommend getting the longer one just because you're locking in that really good deal for a longer period of time. So 48 months, our total cost comes out to $3.14. That looks pretty great. I'm going to do that, and let's move on to the next step. Okay, so now I'm just creating an account with Hostinger. I'm going to breeze through this and we'll move on to the next step here. Okay, and then I'm just entering in my billing information here, and I'm going to click on continue. Okay, so the payment went through. I ended up going with just a 12-month plan here, and then we can just click on get started. And now it's when it gets interesting. We're going to start building out our site. So they help us along with this process. Another reason why I like Hostinger. I'm building this website for myself. I'm going to click on next. They're going to ask us a few questions here. If you already have a website, you can migrate it over. They'll help you with that. If you have a developer, you can just give them access to it, or we can create a website for ourselves right now, which is probably why you're watching this video. And so now we are going to create a WordPress account. The way that this works is, not to make it too confusing, but Hostinger builds off of the WordPress framework. You've probably heard of WordPress websites. So we have to have both a WordPress account and a Hostinger account. So let me just do that right now. And I'm going to create that, and I'm going to click on next. All right, so now from here, we have the option of creating a website with AI or choosing from pre-built websites and themes. We can also just create a blank site as well if you already know what you're doing. I'm actually going to just have a website created for me using AI, and I'm going to click on next. And then we have to come up with our domain name. For this example, maybe I'm starting a blog about forestry and I like talking about trees. So maybe we'll say it's like Nate's Forestry Guide. Just a quick tip here for domains. I really would recommend getting .com. It just is a lot more trustworthy versus if you got like .xyz or like .live or something else weird. If you can get .com, that's great. If not, try to find one that looks pretty familiar, and always try to keep your domain as short as possible. You don't want it to be like 100 characters long. That's just too long, and it's kind of sketch people out. They're gonna think it's like a malware link or something. So Nate's Forestry Guide, that looks pretty great. I'm gonna click on next. And if we get a 12-month plan or longer, we get this domain name for free for the first year. And so we have to register our domain. I'm just going to enter in more information here for myself and click on finish registration. So now it's registering our domain for us, and then we can get started building out this website. Now, Hostinger also has data centers all over the world. So you're going to want to select the data center that is closest to you. Massachusetts looks like a great one, or closest to your audience. Like if you are in India, but you're making a blog for the US, I would still recommend, choosing your servers to be in the United States. So this looks good to me, Massachusetts. And now we are installing WordPress. This is a great time to just get up, take a break, walk around, get a cup of coffee, come back in about a minute or two, and we should have WordPress installed and we'll be on our way. So now what we're going to do is enter in some information regarding our site so that AI can help us to build this. So the name for my blog is Nate's Forestry Guide. The website type is a blog, but of course, select what's relevant to yourself if you're making a portfolio or an affiliate marketing site. Mine's just a fun blog that I want to make, and then describe your site. So I'm just going to enter this in, and I just type this up, or you can have ChatGPT even help make a description here for your site, just so that they know what to actually build for you. And then we just click on create. All right, so AI made this website for us, and this is a great, basically a framework that we can use to build off of. And I actually really like it just from my personal blog about forestry. And so now what we can do is we can go in and edit this, customize it, change the photos, change some of the words, and move some things around to our liking. But it's better than just starting from a blank slate with absolutely nothing. So it's really easy to edit a lot of things, but it can also get confusing if you're trying to do complex stuff. But for example, for text, if we want to change some words, we can do that very easily here. And you can see it's super easy like that to change the text. This is on the home page. We have, we have home, we have blog, we have guides. We can also go up and change that. If we go up and click on edit pages, and we can add things as well. Maybe we don't want to contact one. We can just delete that. Click OK, and it will get rid of the contact page. Maybe we want to add a new one. We can just click create new page and make a new one there like that. Now, there's going to be two big things I'm going to show you here. First of all, if you go to the upper left corner, you'll see a plus there, a blue plus. Click on that, and this is how you're going to have access to a lot of the customization features for building your website. So if we want to add in images, or we want to add in a video or buttons, for example, let's say that we want to put in like a button right here under like forestry expertise. We can click inside of this box here, and then all we have to do is we can click on button, and it adds a button in there, and we can customize that. Say we want to say like join now, right? And boom, we just did that, and we can have the button actually link to something like another page, to our blog, to a separate website even. So it's pretty straightforward with something like that. And so like if we wanted to put an image in here, we have this new block. We can go down to image. We can upload a file from our computer and put it in right there. So that's the basics on how to edit it. If you want to change some bigger things like patterns, for example, we can do that by clicking up on patterns, and we can, change a big, like more of the format. If we want to change the footer, the headers, the overall text as well, we can change the actual text. So there's a lot of different features that we have available from the editing perspective for our website. Now, there's also, this is going to be really important, there's a little thing in the bottom right corner that says Ask AI. If you click on that, it will help you if you have any issues, if you have questions about how do you do something very specific and you don't know who to ask. This is a lifesaver, because when I started making websites probably 10 years ago, there was nobody to ask, and it would be so painstakingly difficult to actually build a site. Just another reason why I really like Hostinger. Now, don't forget to go up to the upper right corner and click save from time to time, because it doesn't necessarily auto save. Okay, so let me show you how to add blog articles. Let's say we want to go over to our blog. We can click on edit here. So this is our blog page. Now we can edit articles on here, or we can actually go over to WordPress to do this a little bit. I would say it's a little bit easier to do it. So if you click on something like website setup, it will actually take you into the WordPress dashboard. Now I know this can look kind of confusing, but once again, you can always go down and ask AI for some help. I don't know why they don't take you to this immediately, because they have some really helpful videos on here as well, showing you how to customize your website even more. But what we can do, let's say we want to add a new blog article, we can go to posts, right? And we can just click on add new post. So we click on add new post, and now we can enter in our blog article. We can customize it this way, and then we can click on publish. So let's say that I'm making a blog article about best trees for lumber in New York. And then I can write my blog right here, or I can just paste it in from like a Google Doc or wherever I wrote it. We can add more headings. We can add paragraphs. And there's also an AI content creator that Hostinger has made. So right here, we can just say, hey, Hostinger, can you make an article on the best trees for lumber in New York? We want this to be like a trustworthy source, and we want this to be medium length. Okay, and we can even have them add images inside of our content as well. Click on create content. The whole point of me like wanting to make this blog is because I want to actually write about things personally. But if you want to speed things up, you can use AI. There's an AI writer called Koala AI. I'll link to it down below in the description. It's so much better than ChatGPT for actually writing really thoughtful blog articles that can rank on Google. But here's just what Hostinger came up for us here. They wrote this entire article for us super fast. That's awesome. So I can just click on use this content and I can publish this as my very first article. And that took me about 30 seconds to do all of that, which is really great. So just click on publish and now the post is live. Now, this is a preview of our site. We can see it looks pretty good. And so that's the basics of our website. Now, if we ever get lost, we can just go back up here and go and click on our website name, and it takes us back into the WordPress dashboard. Now, if you ever do get lost and you're confused on how to get back to building your site, you can go to login.wordpress.org, and that will help you to log into this platform right here where you are basically running your site on. All right, so something that's really important to remember is that there's two different platforms that you have access to. You have two different accounts for managing your website. So the first one is the WordPress dashboard. So we can go up here and we can click on it and it will take us to our WordPress dashboard. Get familiar with this. This is how you are going to add pages, add new blog posts, manage comments, change the overall theme and plugins that you can add onto your WordPress site as well. And then there's also the Hostinger. So if we go over to the left-hand side and we click on Hostinger, this is where they have some of the resources to help us out. But if you want to actually manage your domain and you want to manage maybe making a new website, once you click on Hostinger, then you can go over to the right side and click on Go to Hostinger. And this takes you to the H panel. It's hpanel.hostinger.com. And this is where you're going to be able to manage things like your domain. You're going to be able to see your site speed, the performance with that. We have to verify our email to register our domain. So definitely go into your email and verify that so that your site can actually go live. And from here, we can buy new domains. We can set up an email account. We can change the billing, and we can even add more websites as well if we want to make more. Okay, so that's the basics of building your website. You can always go and just look at your site and you can edit it very quickly, very easily. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you found some value in it. I know it's shorter. We have a longer tutorial as well. It's about an hour long, showing you more details of how to make a website, but I wanted to show you the basics here today for setting up your site. So thanks for watching. I wish everyone the best of luck, and I'll see everyone sometime in a future video.